What's up, guys? This is One of a Kind Player, and we got a varsity football video game update. So, you know, end of August update for varsity high school football. So, it's going to be pretty exciting. They dropped a lot of stuff on us, so bear with me. So, one of the things they started is saying the coaching jobs. If you think you're ready for the coaching carousel, we've got some fun features to share. You have the opportunity to start as an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator to gain experience as a new coach. Set your scheme and the positional focus you will have that powers up training results for those players. Trying to find a job? Keep an eye on the head coach's personality. They may want you to run their preferred scheme, or if they are unreliable, they may ask you to change later, leaving you with an important decision to keep your job and change your tendencies to find a new job. So it looks like you're going to have a lot of leeway to decide how you want to coach and what type of schemes you bring to the game. If one defensive scheme's not working, you're going to have to switch up the zone, switch up the players. You might even have to try new players at a position. So this game is really going to be detailed from a coach and player perspective. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Next part, fundraising. Get ready for the gamification of fundraising. Boosters each have their own support level, sentiment ratings, and history with your program. Boosters from the previous year have a higher chance of donating. Are you a risky coach and want to ask for the max fundraising amount in hopes of upgrading your field this year? Or do you want to play it safe based on past donations for your boosters of that size? If you ask for too much, they won't donate at all and may not support you next year. Ask for too little and leave money on the table, but increase the chance of them returning to help again. So again, are you going to be greedy? Are you going to, just keep it simple with the fundraising? And I remember in videos before them saying that, how well your team does is how more likely you're going to get people to be willing to buy into your program and buy into the process. So that's pretty cool. They're literally hitting every single aspect of high school football, which is funny, man. Because, those small towns might not get the type of fundraising as the big towns that win a bunch of titles, or even if it's just district or regionals every year. They typically get more funding in, they get more kids in, so they're bringing all those aspects to it. Mini camp drills. We spent a considerable amount of time on the player footwork. When a player plants their foot and changes direction, you should see the feel and weight shift to ensure we remain hyper-focused on this. We invested time into building out mini camp drills for players to ensure we have all the proper motion capture for positions in place. QB pocket movement is our priority right now. This has helped us expand additional throwing motion and angles we need to capture and expand on. We can't wait to show you more next month. Awesome mini camp drills, and it gives me like old Madden feels when you have the mini camp drills where you'd either be a running back or you'd be a quarterback trying to hit certain type of passes, whether it's a bullet or a lob. Yeah, that's a pretty cool aspect that they're bringing in. Incoming players. While gameplay is the priority, we understand how it looks is incredibly important. We increased the quality of player models, equipment, and rigging to allow for true realism with varying sizes, ethnicities, and movement. We've also implemented all new jerseys, pants, helmets, gloves, and shoe customization options, all of which you'll be able to customize on your players. Again, you know how sports are getting. You got more players becoming more, as they say, drippy with all their armbands, helmet, face masks, mouthpieces, and such. So it's pretty cool. And then, of course, diversification. Your small town might have your predominantly, white athletes, but if you're in the city, you might have your Hispanic, your Black, your white, your Asian, etc. So that's really cool that we're seeing all these little aspects that they're thinking of. And then they went to show us some of the, just some of the views. And so right here is the stadium view. And it's your standard two-sided leveled high school football stadium with a track around it, which is really cool. And that's really how it is in high school. The field is, multi-sport. Sometimes soccer plays on it, lacrosse if you're on the East Coast. And then, of course, what is track season in the spring? You got track on the field. So that's really cool. I'm really curious to see what more of the stadiums look like. And then they gave us some more views on the layout of your head coach carousel. So you got your overview, your school, your facility, your roster, and then your staff. So on your staff portal, it shows who your offensive coordinator is, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, what type of, football they like to run. The head coach likes to air raid, so, West Coast throwing mostly. And then it shows you their prestige and how they're doing and their development. So it's really cool. So the coach's development is just as important as the players, which is awesome in this game. And the next thing they show is the spring fundraising. So it shows the Chamber of Commerce, it's giving a $20,000 budget, funds raised $1,450. It shows all the different type of donators that you're getting to from different organizations and boosters, and it shows the level of support they're bringing. So you have 3 really high supporters, and then you have like 4 very low tier supporters that are still trying to build that trust. So that's really cool. That's a nice little off-season focus that is going to be added to the game, which is awesome. And then it shows another side of the spring fundraiser where it says Jordan Willis. He's a low supporter. You can ask for a donation, so 0 to 100, 100 to 250, 250 to 500, or $500 plus. So, like they said, with a donator that low, you would probably want to keep it pretty small right now until you develop their trust. You see the QB doing some drills. You see some movement drills. You see them shuffling back to the left, keeping their eyes downfield, looking forward, scooting up, scooting back. And then, of course, there's buttons for you to hit to pass to those certain receiver bags. So that's a really cool drill. So I'm excited to play those type of drills. And I love that they're bringing that aspect to the game. And then they showed another video of the close-up of the footwork, the shuffling back, the running forward, change of direction, keeping toes low. You see some knee drive. You see some hand movement with it. So that's really cool. As a sports game, I really want them to bring it. And they're showing us that they're bringing it. So I'm excited for this game. We still have no confirmation of when the game comes out. But when it does, I'll be supporting it. All right, guys. This was One of a Kind Player. Like, subscribe, share if you like the video. And, of course, as more comes out, I will be giving you more details. Peace.